guys want to get some coffee or something?
Can I get a cup of coffee? Black? Can't you see we talking? White?
Even little kids in Mexico drink coffee.
Well, I'm not a little kid in Mexico, okay?
That is the best coffee I've ever tasted.
A damn fine cup of coffee.
You want a cup of coffee?
No coffee.
Coffee drinker, huh?
Maybe we can grab some coffee?
Coffee! Coffee, 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 coffee!
God damn, Jimmy. This is some serious gourmet shit. Me and Vincent would have been satisfied with some freeze-dried Taster's Choice, right? And he springs this serious gourmet shit on us.
Good morning, everyone. Wow, normally today's topic would be saved for Saturday morning, but I think it's pretty important to really discuss the impact that this particular show has had on everybody that has seen it worldwide. But first, let me introduce myself. I am Keith. I am here to entertain you in a very geek fashion today. I'm here with John Doswolfen. What's up, buddy?
Oh, not a lot. What's up with you?
You know what? I'm trying to have some fun today.
That's always good.
That is always good. And next, we have, just jumping onto the stream, the Dork Knight himself.
Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe.
Yes,
here in this great hall of justice. Okay, I'll stop. Sorry.
You can tell how young someone is by how much they actually know, but also if they're very familiar.
Are the most powerful forces of good ever assembled? Superman.
So let me ask you.
Wonder Woman.
How did you enjoy the cartoons before?
My mom, dude, who's probably in the chat. Hey, Mom. You did a good job raising me.
No. I mean the Justice League cartoon before this one.
Well, dude, I was born in '79. I don't know if I was. Yeah.
That's a little bit of mistake there with the signage that we have at the beginning of the program.
What's that?
Which is, this was not the first DC cartoon, far from it.
Oh,
in fact, this
I didn't even know you guys said that.
This marked an end point a little bit for Hanna-Barbera.
Yep.
Coming out of the 1960s. This show was actually in planning for a few years.
Sorry. Thanks for telling me backstage, by the way, that my hair looked like shit, but that's fine.
Oh, no, it doesn't look like shit. You just look like Mary. There's something about Mary.
and of course, everyone that's able to listen to us rather than see us, that is Martine.
I just thought it was your James Gunn tribute.
Right? That dude looks like he's got bedhead every day.
You know what? He's been cool for so long. I think he just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have a super chat. $5.
Super chat.
Christian, good morning to all from snowy Canada. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's good to know that we are popular and being heard all the way up in Canada.
You know what sucks, man? When I saw your thumbnail and I reached out to Martine, I was like, hey, can I join you guys? I haven't seen this show since, like, I was a kid, so, like, almost 40 years. And, like, I kind of want to, like, I wish I'd have, like, known earlier so I could go back and rewatch, because my memory's going to be shit. But I do remember loving this like, I said most of the intro, so it's like,
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I probably messed it up.
You're like a lot of the kids that came along in 1973 when the show premiered.
Yeah.
And I cannot remember one kid that wasn't excited for this show.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I wish I had known then what I know now about how the show was made and some of the other things that we'll be talking about in relation to this show today. Okay? So, first and foremost, as you can tell, I'm a little older than everyone else, so I can remember when the build.
What do you mean little?
A little older.
No, sorry, it's quoting Worf from First Contact.
Hey, let's take a
Tough
moment
little
out.
ship.
Let's take a moment out, because it now sounds like all of us have at least enjoyed season 3 of Picard.
Holy shit, dude! Did you see my tweets?
I still have to see episode 2.
Dude,
Okay.
episode 2 is so good. Oh my god!
Look,
Before we continue,
Yes.
let us give the Christian his video.
Yes.
Oh, his video.
Yes.
Video.
Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man? Where's the money?
That's all real Star Trek fans to Alex Kurtzman himself. Come on, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Where's my
You know,
Star Trek?
perfect.
Where is
Yeah.
my Star Trek? D. Bud Martin.
Hey,
Good morning to you, my friend.
Hey,
Well-
stop it. Stop it.
Did you guys hear that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's your mom, Penny. Hello,
So
Penny.
did I get it to work? Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yay! I've been struggling for days with this.
What? I'm the one that played the Peter. Hey! Stop it!
Oh.
Stop it!
What?
Oh.
Oh. Hold up.
That's all right. That's A-okay. It's all good, especially today. Okay.
Hold up. This is for Das Wolf, and I'll be my last one.
Nope.
No, you didn't hear.
Nope.
You didn't hear it?
Nope.
Oh fuck! I thought I had. Okay.
Whoa. We
It's
gotta
been
go
over
easy.
30 seconds. It's been
I
over 30
know,
seconds.
I know.
Oh, but,
Yeah, but
we-
we're supposed to reduce the amount of language, especially
Yeah.
this is Super Friends. I mean, we shouldn't be cussing during Super Friends.
I
Yes.
apologize. What the frack? You really couldn't hear that? So you heard one, but you didn't hear the other?
No,
Sorry.
they heard mine. I hit mine at the same time. I guess the same time that you did.
Okay, hold up. Let me try this. Did you hear that?
Nope.
No.
I'll be
Let's
back.
let's solve that problem later.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, today we celebrate Super Friends. And I gotta say, come on, man. I mean, wow. There was no other program on the air like this, at least for a particular generation of kids. And
Well, there was Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Again, I'm younger than you, but like,
yeah,
'cause
you're this show was before that. Way
no, yeah,
before
I
that.
know, but
And
like I
as
said,
far
I was sorry.
as far as Spider-Man was concerned, Spider-Man was available by way of cartoon, but the original Spider-Man cartoon from 1967 was the one that had been available and in syndication, and it's the one that gave us the theme song that everybody knows. But I feel you on that one. I do. It was very rare to see a show like this, especially one that dominated so well, because that's the thing. I remember the very first episode of Superman Saturday morning that came on, and by Monday, every kid was a Super Friends fan. Every kid was a Super Friends fan.
Oh yeah. No, my mom, like I said, she raised me right. I don't remember how I like if she had Mom, you're in the chat, let me know. I don't remember if it was like on USA Saturday Morning Fun Time, or if it was like like she had VHS tapes, because she had all the Star Trek original series on VHS tapes. That's how I was able to watch that when I was younger. But
Wow, irony. That's ironic.
yeah.
No,
I just
seriously, it's ironic in connection to this show.
Why so?
Well, guess what else premiered the very same Saturday?
Star Trek the animated
Star
series.
Trek,
That's
the
right.
animated series. Ah, yeah.
The very same Saturday in 1973, Star Trek, the animated series, premiered also. And it ran opposite, I mean the exact same time, two different networks. ABC had the Superfriends, and NBC had Star Trek, the animated
wow. Wow.
series. So
I love both shows. I mean,
it's hard not to. 1973 really did rock.
right on. A little bit before my time, but thank God for syndication,
You know what? And that's the other thing. By the time you were born, Super Friends was, well, technically what Super Friends had evolved into would still be running new episodes right up into 1986.
85.
Okay, 85, 86, right around there.
The last episode came out in 85. It was Escape from Space City from October 26, 1985.
Hey, John, what's with this permanent anal member? Shouldn't you change that to something else?
Panel. It says panel.
You have to wipe your glasses, dude.
I need some new glasses.
Oh, come on. Look what you did to John.
I think you deserve a better title than that, sir. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maestro of Mischief, maybe. I don't know.
He is a maestro of mischief.
Well, technically, I am the permanent panel member.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you're more than just a panel member. You are definitely Mr. Know-It-All, officially.
This is why Dork is on 2 times a week. Monkey Jeebus. Fuck you, man. You know what? Okay.
Oh, wow. Anyway, let me just say this.
So it was Cartoon Network, not USA? I thought it was USA.
In relation to...
The comment on the screen right now.
It may have been on both.
Okay.
Yeah, it may have been on both.
Because Cartoon Network wasn't a thing in the 80s when I was a kid.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, okay.
Marcos, good morning to you.
you.
Man, everybody, see, this is a happy subject. This is something that
Yeah, dude, no, like,
very positive memories of.
this is how I got into. I swear, like, this was my first. This show was my first introduction to superheroes and comic books. Watching this show. Yeah. Like,
You know what? Mine was the precursor before this. That was my introduction. The New Adventures of Superman was mine. Because that was an animated series from Filmation. And Filmation had acquired the rights.
Whoa! I gotta look this up. What's it called? I've never animation.
the
like
new-
who made He-Man?
Yeah,
Filmation,
but-
yep.
Yeah, but this is the earlier version of Filmation.
The
Okay.
New
So basically,
Adventures.
what they did was they got Bud Collier, and a lot of really talented voiceover people. But the thing about Bud Collier, okay?
Oh my God! From
was that-
'66. When were you born?
Oh, geez, come on.
Sorry. I'm
Anyway,
sorry. You don't have to.
2 for 2.
Bud Collier was actually one of the voices from the original Superman radio show. Okay?
Oh wow!
So to bring him into this animated series, pretty much every episode that you were hearing, it was done like a version of the radio show. It just happened to be animated.
Well, that's how Lucy got her start.
Yes, a lot of programs got its start basically as radio. Television is nothing more than just a spin-off of radio, and a lot of different TV shows that some of them which became popular were actually shows that got their start on radio. Soap operas come from radio.
Can I just celebrate for a second? Do you see what I'm
yeah.
doing?
Shaking your
Zero
head?
pain.
Oh,
Zero
good.
pain.
It's great.
Yeah, dude. Like, oh my God.
Congratulations.
I hope it
I wish I
lasts.
could feel that.
Dude, I hope it lasts. Like, oh my God. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, I was just looking up New Adventures of Superman. I didn't realize that Adventures of Superboy ran concurrent to that.
Yes, yeah, they went all out with DC. In fact, One of the other things that they ended up doing was they had a Justice League animated series. They also had the Adventures of Batman and Robin. And yes, Dork.
Where can you watch this? Because I'm Googling it and I can't find anywhere to watch it.
Certain episodes are actually kind of wink for free on the Tube of You.
Okay.
So
Yeah, there's also the Superman Aquaman Hour Adventure.
Yeah, that's remember.
Whoa, I've never heard of that. What?
Wait. Here's what happened. You remember when Batman the Animated Series did that whole thing where they paired it with Superman the Animated Series and created the Batman Superman Hour?
With the
That's exactly what they did with this. It's just they took the episodes they were running with Superman, and they had episodes of Aquaman, who also became very popular in the 60s with his own animated series. And the two of them
whoa. Aquaman?
Aquaman had his own series.
Yes.
I have.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
you missed
that
out
was
on
the
a
way
lot,
I knew
buddy.
him.
Hey, no, I guess I did. I'll watch it, but it just sounds.
Oh, that's not the only thing. The Teen Titans had their own animated series.
The Flash, the Atom, Green Lantern, Hawkman.
Back in the
Justice League of
60s?
America.
In the
Yep.
60s, and guess what?
Wow.
Where do you think people singing that Captain America has, when Captain America throws his mighty shit? That's from the animated Captain America
Captain
series.
America had an animated series.
Okay. I just lost a bunch of nerd cred. I'm not.
Fantastic Four had their own 60s animated series.
No. Fantastic Four I know about because.
No. You don't know about it. If you didn't know about this, what it is that by the 1970s, they had gotten a lot of networks gotten used to reinventing, quote unquote, a lot of their animated stuff. So when you had Fantastic Four, probably what you watched was a quote unquote newer version.
It
of
probably
some of the
was.
stuff.
It had the. They didn't have the rights to one of the characters in the one
That's
I watched.
right.
So they had a robot. Like
That's not the original.
Okay.
The original had all four members in this animated series.
Damn.
Yeah.
Where can we watch this stuff? Is it on HBO Max?
The Thing had his own series too.
Yep. The Thing got his own spinoff.
Except Ben Grimm, instead of being always the Thing, he had a ring that let him turn into the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing.
Thank you, Wolverine. It makes sense it would be on HBO Max because
Kid, please read this.
See, Bob Hastings, Jim Gordon of Batman the Animated Series voiced Superboy in the Adventures of Superboy show. Yes, he did.
Really?
Excuse me. Yes.
Like from Roger Rabbit, that guy?
No. Well, Bob Hastings.
Wasn't Bob Hastings the?
No. You're thinking of actor Bob Hodgkins.
Oh,
British
okay.
actor.
Yeah.
It's not that guy.
Okay.
But
I'm
Goodwin
showing
Wolverine.
my age.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Black As X-Men from the 90s and X-Men Evolution. Marvel has a whole history of animation years before that. Okay, because that was really the only way they could do a lot of stuff because Marvel was still brand new.
So
you got to remember.
Go ahead,
Yes.
sorry.
Oh, I was going to say you got to remember. Marvel may say they're celebrating almost 80 years, but a majority of the characters that you know as Marvel characters have only been around since the 60s. The numbers don't match.
Well,
so what happened to all the rest of the characters? Well, that's because there's only 3 characters still left that predated the version of Marvel that Stan Lee created because he had nothing to do with those 3 characters. And yes, Dork.
No, it's about this. Don't, Martin.
Yes,
leave it up.
Aquaman has his own filmation series in the 60s.
Yeah,
So-
they were rotating. Yeah, they were.
So
they
let me
were
ask you this.
thrown.
So Filmation is famous for this a certain animation style. Was it the same then? Because
It was an early version of it.
Fuck, I want to see that. Oh, now I
And
wanna see
again,
that.
I tell people, if you really want to understand how important Filmation was to animation in America, you need to watch the documentary about Filmation because they did it all here in the good old US of A. And they did not send anything out. They didn't go overseas. They
as
did it here.
an artist, when I watched, I think we're talking about the same documentary. When I watched the documentary, the way they reuse stuff,
Yes.
and repurpose stuff.
Yes.
I was like, oh my god, I didn't even, like I do the same thing. Spoiler alert, people. Yeah. But it's cool because like why not? Like why reinvent the wheel? It's like,
people were entertained, and again, I gotta say, there were a lot of cartoons in the '60s, I think even the Avengers.
When did the Flintstones come out? Do you guys know?
That's the early 1960s.
Yep. It was the 60s. Okay.
Yes.
Flintstones used to do cigarette commercials.
I know. Yep. I was about to say that, and I used to, before my buddy died, we had a blog called Postmodern Moron, and we did a whole series of articles on the Flintstones and the fucked up ads they did.
Well, it was necessary at the time because the cigarette
messed up. Sorry.
The cigarette companies ran everything, and especially on television, they paid out a lot of money.
Oh, dude, yeah. I Love Lucy was another example. Like, they were completely sponsored by, they're always smoking. I can't even.
I Love Lucy, they even had ads during Gunsmoke, which is another show that got its start as a radio show and moved to television.
Monkey. Stop being mean to me, bro. Come on.
Dude, Monkey's mean to everyone.
God.
Anyway, and when I say Teen Titans, I don't mean the version that you have now. I mean the real, original Teen Titans. They had them all. Wonder Girl, they had Kid Flash, they had, Aqualad.
Yep.
And they had...
basically, it was all the sidekicks.
All the side, except Robin.
Because Robin was busy with Batman.
Yeah, they had him on the Batman animated cartoons, so they didn't exactly bring. Because if they had brought Robin over, it would have been exactly like they were in the comics. So, yeah.
And at the same time that
Robin was in
block was on, Marvel had the Marvel Superheroes started in 1966.
Yep.
And that's where they had they had everybody. Anybody that was
anybody except I think Spider-Man. That was
except Spider-Man because he had his own.
A different company did Spider-Man, so he premiered in '67, and they had that really cool theme song. And look, I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? The way they put that Spider-Man anime, I know we're supposed to be talking about Superfriends, but give me this. The way they did that Spider-Man animated series in '67, to me, makes it the best Spider-Man animated series, period. I don't care what you throw in my face.
That's the one with the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the music, the look, everything about that show was just freaking amazing. And I know there are some people out here that probably don't agree with me, and you're allowed to do that. But that show rocked.
That's where the pointing Spider-Man meme comes from.
Yep.
Yeah.
That show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
I do have a. Or go ahead. Sorry.
You can disagree with Keith.
Yeah.
That's allowed. You're still wrong, but it's allowed.
Oh, no. Martin, what was yours? What was yours, man? What was yours?
What?
What was your favorite Spider-Man animated
That
program?
one. That's the one I grew up with.
Well, I think a lot of people grew up with that one.
No, even as someone born in '79, I remember how do you think I know the theme song? I remember watching that. I did like the '90s animated series just because it followed a lot of the it was basically like when the comics I had read come to life. You know what I mean?
And that's exactly what the '67 animated series was. It's all the comics come to life. That's where the art style and they pretty much tried to get the art style exactly. And remember, for this show, the '67 Spider-Man covered what I like to call the real Spider-Man comics, because of who is not involved with Spider-Man comics by the time you started reading them.
Can I ask you guys a question around the panel? All right. So, because of my exposure to Spider-Man in the order it was,
Yes.
I always thought his main villain was blank. I don't want to say it yet. I would like to know, like, what was your, like, think about the first time you ran into Spider-Man, okay? It's like everybody with Batman is the Joker. Like, that's hands down. But Spider-Man's a little bit, you know, what was it? Who was Spider-Man's ultimate arch nemesis?
Green Goblin.
Okay.
See,
and
okay,
Martin?
I like that's what everybody says, but that's not mine. But
Yeah.
go on, the
Martin?
other two.
For me, two. Octopus.
Doc Ock.
Doc Ock.
Doc Ock. And obviously, James Jonah Jameson.
J. Jonah Jameson. Yeah.
And for me, because I'm OG Spider-Man and big Steve Ditko fan, Life.
Oh.
Life
Wow.
is, yeah.
Okay. No.
You were
no,
more philosophical
okay.
than I.
So here, okay, hold up. Mine. Martine already said it. Mine was Doc Ock.
Yes.
That's why, for me, Spider-Man 2 will always be the best superhero movie of all time. That's
There's
my
nothing wrong with
favorite.
that.
I
Yeah.
love that.
There's
But what, like,
nothing-
okay, Keith, Life
Yeah.
doesn't count. Pick an actual. Like, who was your first?
Dude,
Like,
dude,
come on,
dude,
come on.
dude. Did you ever read any of the original Spider-Man comics?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I made national news because I had my entire collection of Amazing Spider-Man comics stolen from me here in Las Vegas.
you read all the stuff that Steve Ditko actually did.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's appropriate.
That's not what I'm
especially if you
asking,
know-
though. That's not what I'm asking. I was
this
asking
is
about
great.
first exposure, like first.
Yeah,
villain.
that's what I mean. That's just,
Okay. I forget
look,
you're older. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh wow! And 3. There you go. He went with the trifecta. Everybody.
Sorry.
I get it. I get it. I am old. I have never hidden that fact. But no, the reason I'm not trying to be silly. I'm not trying to be. The thing about reading Spider-Man as Steve Ditko and Stan Lee did him is that is one of the main obstacles of the character's life.
Oh well, yeah. No, that's why everybody can relate to Spider-Man. I think that's why Spider-Man is mine and several billion other people's favorite superhero character. And D. Bud Martin, a broken clock is right twice a day, man. Don't feel too bad about agreeing with me. It's all good.
Anyway, look. You know what? We'll just fold that into everything else that we're talking about. But let me at least get back to Super Friends.
Dedicated to
we're here.
truth, justice, and peace for all mankind.
Anyway, thank you for that, Dork. Look, Super Friends was a concept that Hanna-Barbera began working on in the late 1960s. They started basically putting together what would eventually become the Super Friends. Now, at the time when they started working on it, it wasn't called Super Friends, but they had gotten the rights to make DC Comics centered animation. Well, at the same time, a lot of the general public didn't know that Hanna-Barbera got sold.
So this is after Flintstones.
This is way after Flintstones.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
This is, Flintstones is the early 1960s, so this is the late 1960s.
Okay.
Basically, the company that bought it was a company out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay? And so the man that owned the company moved the base of operation. Okay, who was that?
What was that?
That's
we
the
all heard
look
it.
at the private chat sound.
Oh, well.
Oh.
We going private.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
On that
yes.
note, I'll be back.
You know what? That's a good sound, and I will bring that in. I will say this. Having been born in Ohio and lived a few years of my life there, I am going to tell that story. Basically, the man that was in charge of putting together a lot of the backgrounds and everything for Super Friends was a guy that was from Cincinnati. And so he went around trying to figure out how to design their headquarters, which was called the headquarters at the time. They hadn't come up with a name officially. And he thought that using the old train station in Cincinnati would, its basic shape would be something that would be appealing to actually not only recreate, but kids would identify immediately with because of its shape. And thus it became the Hall of Justice. So here's why I keep telling people, you gotta, when you see the Hall of Justice, when it's been a part of your childhood, you can't do nothing but puff up your chest a little bit and feel good about it. Kind of like Fuel Up. Okay? Fuel Up is the best. What's the matter, John?
Nice segue.
Thank you. I've been working on it. Kind of like Fuel Up, which, look, for all of you out there that haven't tried it yet, you should. Fuel Up is the fuel that gets you started. For me, since we started drinking this, I gotta say, it's part of the reason why I'm just so jazzed this morning. Seriously, you can hear. Don't I sound energized, all of you?
Yeah.
Hey, I just got back.
Oh my!
Have you already talked about this fantastic product?
You know what? We're talking about it right now. Hey,
look at that.
York, what do you enjoy about Wake from Fuel Up?
So, have you guys? I'm a huge I Love Lucy fan. Have you guys ever seen the Vitamina Vegemin skit?
Yep. Vitamin.
Hold, please. Fuel Up. It's how to start your day. It's super great. It's got all the vitamins, way more. Like, wow, it's over, like, Jesus Christ, 500% of vitamin B12.
Wow.
So it's a little excessive, but hey, right on, man. It's got 180 milligrams of caffeine, and it's got everything you need to start your day.
Fuel up your morning like you'll fuel up your life, brother. It's good for you.
Fuel up.
Yes.
Oh, it's what gets you going.
Fuel up.
That was my tribute to Lucille Ball. Sorry.
Well, thank you very much, George.
Seriously, though, it is delicious, and it is how I love starting my days. But I tell you what, do you have that ad thing? Because the one, I think it's called Play. There's Wake, Play, and Rest, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whose dick do I got to suck to get some Play sent to my house?
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I want that one. I want to try that one.
You go to the website.
Oh.
Click on it.
Well,
and
hey,
you click order.
I
and
feel
then
like
you give
this,
them these numbers
like,
that are on this plastic card that you have in your wallet.
So I feel like while you're talking about it, we should have that on the screen. Come on, you do it on my. Martine's running this show, not John. What kind of Bush League operation you got going on here, Martine?
Oops! Something happened to Dennis' feed.
It's stupendous. Well, look, everybody, just go to that link. Morning coffee, Keith. Get Fuel Up. Look, you can just go there. Order your first. I know I'm tripping over my words here, but this is such good stuff. I'm serious. It is a way to begin your day.
Look at this comment.
So.
Thank you, Peter Vickman.
Dude, did you guys remember the thing with Chris before he had to?
Oh yeah.
That was hilarious. Yeah, don't chug Fuel Up. Just saying.
And don't snort it.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Mix it with water.
Yes. It even comes with its own little scoop inside the bag.
It does. Look, like here, I'll show you. Look. Because I have it right here because that's why I left. I want to show you guys. Not only am I what did that guy used to say with the hair thing? Now I'm also
not
a
only
client.
a spokesman, I'm also a client.
I'm also a client. So yeah, so it gives you a little guy right there.
Yep.
And it's orange. I don't know. If you don't like orange, you're fucked because I think that's the only flavor, but it's really good. I keep cussing. I'm sorry.
No, I think every variation has its own flavor, right?
Yeah.
I've only had Wake. Wake is orange. I want Play just because of the description and stuff. And I guess
Clay is fruit punch, and rest is berry.
well, those are all good flavors.
Yeah. Well, look, just go ahead, go get yourself some Fuel Up and tell them Keith sent you.
I guess. What's the there's no graphic, there's no link.
No, we have no graphic for.
Yeah, but we have a link.
I have one. Why don't you have a graphic?
Well, I'm not.
How about we talk about that later?
Yeah,
okay, fine.
We can talk about
all
that
right,
later.
go to www.fuelup.gg/morningcoffeekeith to get free shipping on your order of Fuel Up now.
And it's because we are the most amateurish professional production on the internet.
No. It's the other way around. We're professionally
Amateur. Professionally amateur.
We're professional amateurs. There you go.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh,
And you know what?
Shinatsky's in the house. Hey.
Hello, Shinatsky.
Oh, fuck you, Shinatsky. Anyway.
Wow.
Channeling my inner Gary there. Sorry.
Wow, Shinatsky.
What?
Aquaman was such a badass that he beat Green Lantern with his hair.
So I don't remember that, and remember you guys brought up Aquaman earlier and said he had a show, and I was surprised because not that I like to agree with Shinatsky because in the words of Gary, Shinatsky, but I I self-censored there. Yes, that. Thank you. I kind of got that vibe off of him too because my brother is my brother's gay, and I knew he was gay. Sorry, Mom, to throw this out there long before he did, and I got that vibe off of Aquaman. So I hate to agree with Shinatsky, but I got that same vibe. Nobody else here?
You guys just don't appreciate the power Aquaman has.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Justice League the Super Friends definitely didn't do him any favors with the.
No, it didn't.
no. Well, yeah.
I
mean, again, Super Friends was my first exposure to this, so that could form my opinion.
Now, just to reveal how old I am, which I already have. But you know what I miss a lot in the Aquaman movie? The fact that Aquaman didn't throw that balls of compressed water that he used to do in the cartoon.
Yes.
Well, that might be coming in the next movie, but I mean, they've already ruined Aquaman thanks to Peacemaker. Because they've made it canon that he fucks fish. So.
No, they made it canon that it's a joke.
That show is not canon.
Yep, it's parody.
And if he doesn't
well, what do you mean it's not
joke.
canon?
It's parody. It's not really canon, and it's not part of the.
Dude, did you not watch James Gunn's DCU launch? Not only is it canon, he's that's the backbone of his new DCU. It is.
They mentioned Peacemaker through the whole thing.
Yes,
they
did.
mentioned Waller.
The Waller series, and then they said we'll have characters from the Peacemaker show. They said that.
If I may.
In other words, his wife, because that's the whole point Peacemaker exists, is for his wife to have a job.
So he can keep
and God
his
bless that guy
sucked.
for giving us that. But in my opinion, the only canon in comic universe is established in the books, not in the screen.
It's the Comic Relief Crusader!
Deep from the bowels of whatever he says, it's the Comic Crusader.
Meanwhile, up in Canada, the Comic Relief Crusader is freezing his ass off.
With the Wonder Twins and their space monkey. I forget his
And
name.
that also shows how young Dork Knight is, because he didn't know about Wendy, and Wonder Dog.
Meanwhile, the Dork Knight has nothing to talk about at this point.
Hey, man, if you know what? It's
On
rare
account
when I
he's
get
too young.
It's rare when I get picked on for being the youngest person in the room, so I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Meanwhile, in his chat, he isn't insulted by our quippy remarks.
Look. Part of it is the fact that your mom is just so, she was way too young to have had you. Okay?
Oh, she was. Yeah. I mean, she probably doesn't want me to disclose how young she was. But
No ages,
she
no
was,
numbers.
You're getting into personal information again.
I was going to say, it wasn't legal. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh my God!
Now we know he's a bastard child.
Oh no! Let's redirect the show back to
I'm
Super
kidding. I'm
Friends.
kidding.
How are you, my friend?
Yeah, freezing my ass off here. It's like
I'm so
in
sorry.
Canadian temperatures, it's like minus 28.
Well, dude, you fucking live in Canada, so you know.
Yeah, I know.
What do you expect?
Such is my lot in life. It's not a lot, but it's a life. So
You know, comic. Let me ask you, man. Let me just ask this: Did you really enjoy Super Friends? Was it your favorite of the DC animated shows, or were you a fan of some of the ones from before, or some of the ones that came after?
I mean, this show went on for, let me think, about 11 years. I mean, it started in like early 70s, I believe it was.
1973.
And yeah,
73
and then
to 86.
Yeah, to 86. So I mean, damn, that's a long time. But yeah, I mean, I was a fan at the time. You know, I mean, it's like classic Superman, Batman kind of action, and you know, I mean, it also helped that you know, that Casey Kasem was Robin at the time too. So.
The
Yeah.
same
now-
Casey Kasem from Transformers.
And
Hey, speaking
yeah,
of
exactly.
our friends from Canada,
Oh, there we go.
look at this. This is Rambling Canuck in his Bret Hart tribute coffee mug, and I love to
Yeah.
I love to support. You know, I like my shirts from Mixed Tees and the Popcast, and you know, I keep trying to get some pop culture minefield shit, but anyway, it doesn't happen.
Hey,
but I tell you
know
what,
we need to
Look at
work
that.
it out with you, because I've always wanted my own Keith mug.
right? Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, supports. Do you guys know Rambling Canuck? He's a.
Yeah, I mean,
Not that all you
personally,
Canadians know each other, you know. No, I was asking the Canadian on the panel. I was trying to be smart.
Yeah, he does the karaoke Saturday night.
Yeah, he does karaoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I met him.
I was on his show that one Saturday night, like a few months back. So it was fun. So, but yeah, with Casey Kasem playing Robin, I always got a kick out of that because I thought, you know, he'd get like, you know, like in the show they get, and now we got a letter from the Joker. No, from the Riddler, you know. And it says, "Dear Batman, I remember all those times when, you know, you were chasing me down and I was trying to elude you with crappy riddles and hints about, you know, my next diabolical plan, but here's a hit from 1970s."
Right.
You know?
And this one goes out to Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, that's right. And this is a special tune for Commissioner Gordon. So, but it never happened, so I was sad.
No.
This was a great idea. It definitely helped sell a lot of comics from DC Comics.
Yep.
It also helped ABC because they were in the middle of this huge thing that they were doing with the success of the $6 Million Man. You also had Wonder Woman.
Yep.
And then on CBS, you also had Shazam. I mean, you know, people keep forgetting Shazam was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
The Shazam ISIS Power Hour.
Oh, nothing like it. Nothing like it. And again, that's my only reason for wanting to see the uncut version of Black Adam. Because for those that don't know, ISIS is actually in it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not going to spoil how she's in it, but she actually is in it. In fact, she's in the theatrical version also, but I'm not going to spoil where she is.
Ooh.
I'm not that guy.
You naughty boy.
It's kind of obvious.
Kind of, sort of, especially when you find out it's like, oh, okay. Yes, it is.
No,
kinda
the spoiler person's on the other side of me.
Damn you!
Anyway, the thing about Super Friends is that the show, as I said before, was really popular with all the kids that I hung out with back in 1973. And by that Monday, everybody was a Super Friends fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can definitely tell what they watched. You had the kids that either watched Star Trek or they watched Super Friends.
Yeah.
And Super Friends was just the it show. I mean, it just seemed to, you know, in combination with all the other stuff that we had watched in, you know, reruns of the New Adventures of Superman cartoon, New Adventures of Batman and Robin cartoon, the Justice League cartoon, Teen Titans, Green Arrow, The Flash, Aquaman, all that stuff was amazing. There was just like this massive overload of DC characters. And so Super Friends was like the ultimate culmination of all of that. And a few other things. But one can definitely tell that by the time you get around to Justice League, the animated series that they had in the 2000s, you can definitely tell that opening segment and the way that they had designed the logo and the characters, that's an obvious homage to the Super Friends. You know, it just was, and again, it's something that I think is next to impossible to do, especially anything animated that doesn't in some way remind at least those of us that are a little older of the Super Friends. And so let me just ask, what is one non-DC character, or I should say, what is one non-comic book character that you really liked that was a part of the Super Friends?
I'm sorry, kid. I couldn't even really listen to the last part you said.
Well, what is one non-comic book
Apache
original
Chief
character? Apache Chief is a good one. Because, again, there were characters on the Super Friends that were not part of the comics. They were invented just for the show.
Let's see. Well, Wendy Marvin and Wonder Dog were invented for the show.
As well as
the
Twins.
the Wonder Twins included.
Yes.
Apache Chief. What was
Black Lightning?
Actually, no. Black Lightning was an actual.
Yeah, Black Lightning's a real character.
Oh, it was a
Black Vulcan. Black Vulcan was
Vulcan.
made for that El Dorado and Samurai.
Samurai, yes. Good one. Let's see. We're gonna give John the gold star today.
I'm at a disadvantage because I knew all those characters with their names translated. So
okay. Well, they actually decided to invent some new characters because it allowed them not to run into the same problem they ran into with Black Lightning. The reason why Black Vulcan was created was because Tony Isabella DC Comics had a problem with Tony Isabella, and Tony had a problem with DC Comics. So rather than using Black Lightning, they went ahead and changed the characters of Black Vulcan.
Did you know that there was a character that wasn't in DC that was a DC comic character but wasn't a DC superhero character?
Yes, wasn't a Justice League character when they introduced him.
It's Rena the Jungle Girl.
Oh, I was gonna say Cyborg.
Oh,
well, yeah, but no, I was talking about. She's not a superhero. She's, she wasn't part of the superhero comic books.
Yeah,
but she was still a DC comic character.
Yep. And I think they also had on, at least for one episode, I think they had an appearance by Snapper Carr in one episode.
There's something about Danny.
They have like that? They had like classic characters too, like Dracula and the Mummy and things like that, right? If I remember correctly, didn't they? Because that was a very Hanna-Barbera thing. Like she did that on, they did that on Scooby-Doo all the time,
Yeah, well, the thing is, everybody remembers that they had Batman and Robin appear on the new Scooby-Doo movies. What a lot of
Yeah.
people don't remember is that both Superman and Wonder Woman made an appearance on the Brady Kids series that they had.
Yeah.
But
So again,
I was
1970
just listening. I was just answering, like, you said, like, what non-DC characters, and Dracula and the Mummy were two that, hell, I don't even know if they might have had Wolfman, but I know that for sure they had Dracula and the Mummy on Super Friends.
See, and again, as I was saying, it's just a show that really just, to those that watched it, there was nothing like that before. I mean, even the Filmation shows, while exciting, and it was great to see everything, there was something about the way that the artwork for Super Friends and the kinds of colors that they ended up using that on a Saturday morning just really seemed to work with kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm going to pull out one of my $5 words, but Super Friends really stuck in the public zeitgeist.
The public what?
Zeitgeist.
What was that again? I'm just trying to get $20 out of your $5 word. My bad.
Okay.
You can't squeeze blood from a stone.
Well,
No,
Sorry,
I
please
mean,
continue.
oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just saying that it really did fit in with many of the things that I think DC Comics was wanting to put forth at that time. Look, the early 1970s, there was this huge explosion of comic book characters coming freezing. There was this explosion of talent and characters that just sort of was out there for kids to enjoy, whether it be Spider-Man on the Electric Company or any of the many Marvel cartoons that we had talked about earlier in the show. Again, I think a lot of this stuff is probably, you can find a lot of it on YouTube. But Super Friends, to this day, I don't think anybody can really come close to matching how big that show was for a Saturday morning cartoon.
No, Marvel couldn't even do it.
Oh,
Marvel
And
tried
this was
too.
and this was a show
Yeah, they
that
did.
had the Wonder Twins.
Yeah, I think it was because of the Wonder Twins and Wonder Dog that I kind of
Ian
grew
Marvin.
to appreciate. Yeah, that I kind of grew to appreciate Scooby Doo. Back in the day as well.
yes,
because of that very familiar Hanna-Barbera animation.
Yeah.
yes.
Who also had Batman crossover on at least 2 occasions.
Yeah,
And Robin. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, they were able to introduce quite a few of the characters from the comics.
Yep.
Because everybody remembers Aquaman, Batman, Robin, Superman, and Wonder Woman. But you also had the Atom.
Yep.
You had the Flash, Green Lantern, Hawkman. In fact, I think they had.
Keith, you're old enough to remember this, so I never knew of this. You guys know 24/7 Media Fusion, that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on Twitter, he tweeted this like clip from some it had oh god, what was his name? The Ed McMahon's sidekick. What was his name?
Johnny Carson.
Or was it Ed McMahon? Johnny
Ed
Carson.
McMahon was the sidekick of
No,
Johnny
okay, yeah, Ed
Carson.
McMahon was sorry. So no, Ed McMahon was doing was hosting some DC show from the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
And I'd never heard of it, and he shared a clip, and I went down this rabbit hole and watched it, and it was glorious. It was had the Huntress, it had all kinds of crazy like the Solomon.
I have a
Grundy
copy
bit.
of it.
Oh, you do? Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, I had to watch it in 8 different parts on the internet. So
Yeah, I saw it when it was first broadcast, and I only needed to see it one
course you
time.
did.
And look, you got to understand, this is all post '66 Batman.
yeah, no, because
So-
Adam West and
Burt Ward.
Were in that special.
Yeah,
that
they were the centerpiece. Of it.
And they even had dude in the Riddler was ratchet and old as F, but it was the same Riddler from the
Frank Gorshin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He looked rough in that special, dude.
Well, everybody,
it's effectively the DC version of the holiday
Star Wars
Christmas special from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, they did two of them, didn't they? Because like I don't know, at least maybe because of the way I watched it, but it seemed like there were two different shows, or was it just one show?
It was one show that was done as a massive special. And again,
so I probably haven't even seen it all then.
I wanna say they did it for the love of it, but they obviously did it for the money.
So this was like a network television special event type of thing. Like
it was a special event that was done. That was eventually it was carried on in TV Guide, because TV Guide was if you were big in television at that time, you were in the TV Guide, and it was definitely something that I saw it. I only needed to watch it one time, and I didn't need to watch anymore.
Ooh,
you know what that
sexy, sultry sound.
We all know what that means.
One thing. It's time.
We have 1 minute.
KGRA's break.
We still have 1 minute. Use it wisely.
I was just going to say KGRA as many times as I can, because KGRA is great. Sorry.
Pop culture, ASMR.
Ah, so sexy.
Oh, hold up. Let me really try now.
Danny's definitely got a voice for radio because he's got a face to match.
Oh, jeez.
I've been saying I have a face for radio for years. So
you know what?
Bill, please save us from ourselves.
Save us from ourselves, Bill.
Hi, guys. This is Gary from Pop Culture Minefield here on KGRA, and we're leaving for our first break. I hope we survive.
A birthday without her mom. An anniversary without her husband. Her wedding day without her dad. These are the days when military families feel it most of all. The loss of their soldier, their sailor, their airman, their Marine, their Coast Guardsman. Families never forget their loved ones lost to war or illness or suicide. Families never forget, and neither do we. We are TAPS, the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors. We provide resources, support, and comfort to heal the hearts and meet the needs of grieving military families, all at no cost to them. Your generosity can make an enormous difference in the lives of the families of our fallen military heroes. Our military families need to know they are not alone and they are not forgotten. Show them your support at taps.org.
Are we alone in the universe? The most important question facing humanity is on the verge of being settled once and for all. The Mutual UFO Network has been at the forefront of this journey for nearly 50 years. Our members worldwide are dedicated to the research, documentation, and awareness that will shape the future of humanity. Won't you join us?
Hey members, the new KGRA DB app is now available on iOS and Android devices. Gain on-demand access to any KGRA DB programming. Download any show directly to your mobile device to listen or watch on the go. Go to the App Store and search KGRA DB.
Oh, wow. We survived. Welcome back from the commercial break. Now for some more Pop Culture Minefield on KGRA.
It's still, in some ways, kind of hard for me to wrap my brain around the fact that it's been 50 years since the debut of Superfriends. And let me just say officially, the actual official anniversary is this upcoming September.
Yep.
Okay? So we still have a little time. But and I think if I remember correctly, the debut of the first episode was the same. Yeah, it's the exact same debut date, not only of Star Trek the Animated Series, but it also is the debut date for the original Star Trek series itself back in '66.
Interesting.
It's one of those little kind of weird facts. But
well, back at the time, all shows started in September.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So-
But actually be able to land the animated series version of Star Trek to have it premiere the same day as when the original Star Trek premiered.
Well, I'm sure that was
kinda cool.
planned.
That is kind of cool, given who worked on it and the fact that it is considered canon with a lot of the stuff that you had on that show, and given some of the people that wrote for it.
That date, of course, is September 8th.
Yeah, September 8th. So September 8th, 1973, and then it ended September 6th of 1986.
November 16th.
Yeah. See, John had to come in and,
Sorry. I looked up all the dates.
There's nothing wrong with that. You look, again, as I said earlier, everybody's a big fan of this.
Yeah.
Given everything that they did with this show, I think Warner Brothers did it the right way. They really tried to use this show as a way of selling more comics, unlike say the MCU did with a lot of their comics while they were making the movies.
Yeah.
Burn.
Yeah.
I mean,
Spider-Man and his friends. God.
Oh, jeez. You know what? I have to admit something. I was never really a big fan of that show because
Neither
they
was
got
I.
rid of they got rid of the one character that I'd always wanted to see Spider-Man team up with.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, this makes it natural. It's a natural fit. And
Spider-Woman.
No. They got rid of the Human Torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was actually the first teen hero that Spider-Man actually met in comics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they got rid of him in favor of creating a brand new character just for that animated series.
Well, Spider-Woman had her own series at the same time Spider-Man did.
True, but she hadn't been around that long. She
No.
was one of those new characters that they decided, hey, let's try something out with. Hey, it's Spider-Woman.
In a curious note, that Spider-Woman cartoon show was my introduction to Dormammu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they knew how to debut characters, and again, you also are talking this is the 1970s, so this is also a decade that Marvel was really trying to make some inroads in Hollywood because, surprise, surprise, at that point in time, nobody in Hollywood was really that interested in the Marvel characters.
Yeah.
DC, since at least 1948, had been very, very popular in Hollywood. Their characters, their stories, Hollywood loved it. Hollywood loved everything about that. And it doesn't hurt that they had a hit television series, and they kept producing hit TV shows
Keith.
that the general public seemed to really like.
Am I wrong? Oh, pull that comment back up.
I'm sorry.
No. Am I? Wasn't that the case?
Yeah,
Was
they
it
had
not
Herbie instead of.
Yeah, they created Herbie to replace
The Human
But
Torch.
what? But was it a rights issue? I thought it was a rights issue.
No,
You're saying it wasn't.
Not really, no. From my understanding, it was because the sight of a person basically being on fire, they thought might traumatize kids, and therefore was replaced with Herbie the Robot.
What?
What?
That's what I had heard.
Yeah.
This is what I had heard.
Wow.
You got to understand something about cartoons from that era.
F you, King Sport Cal.
You had a lot of parents' rights groups that had a lot of power back then.
Yeah.
And so
that's why WWE is PG now instead of Attitude Era. So I get it.
Well, I mean,
letter writing campaigns and Christian coalitions and all that.
It was even worse back in the 70s.
I imagine.
You couldn't. I mean, again, it seems kind of funny considering that, you're coming out of the 1960s where they actually had the Human Torch as a part of the Fantastic Four. But, a lot of parental groups, a lot of different groups had a lot of power and sway over the networks.
Didn't they have like a parents' television council at that time?
Of sorts, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to like, just as and if this has already been done, please link me and introduce me to it. But I just want like one of these companies to do like a giant FU to places like that and make like Dildo Man or something. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Well, Stanley did have that cartoon called Superfriends.
Oh, man.
Remember that?
Hey, Danny, look, can I at least say that your mom isn't the only mom that could be watching this show?
Oh.
This is true.
My bad.
Well, it's not exactly appropriate for kids,
No shit, Batman.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I was looking for episodes of Super Friends because somebody said I might be able to find them on YouTube. I haven't been able to, by the way, but I did find the intro. And my screen right now, if you look at Aquaman and you're not thinking he's gay, you're in denial because that's
you know what? Let me go ahead and tell you something. I wasn't thinking that in 1973. I'm sorry, dude. That did not cross my mind. It was like, hey, it's Aquaman. And here's the thing. Here's the other thing that you got to understand. Hanna-Barbera was coming in after Filmation, so they had to not only match what kids understood up to that point, they had to try to compete with and beat what Filmation had done with these characters.
Yeah.
You see, and so trying to come. Remember,
so this is Filmation. This looks different than He-Man then. So like this is a different style.
Yeah, well, the Filmation Aquaman was really popular, and so when it came time to have Aquaman for Hanna-Barbera's Super Friends, they had to try to figure out a way of making Aquaman Trey cool. He had been just a few years earlier, and for whatever reason, while Super Friends as a show was popular, just like what happened with the 66 Batman series, Hanna-Barbera somehow found a way of going backwards on Aquaman.
Yeah.
Phrasing, damn it. It's just they couldn't make that work as well.
I'm trying to search up
there
something.
Was a few reasons why. Because what Filmation did, like in animation, you generally go by 24 frames per minute. And what Filmation had done for a long time, they kind of skimmed out a little bit, and most of the time they went by 12 frames per second. That's why most of their animation looks kind of almost herky-jerky, kind of, in a way, right?
He-Man was famous for that. Yeah.
Exactly, right? And so also, because Hanna-Barbera also had, an in-house style, right? Just like Filmation did, matching that kind of aesthetic, can be a very hard thing to do. So, and in the case of Hanna-Barbera, that's what they had to do. They had to match that same aesthetic, right? That same animation style. And sometimes when you're used to obviously doing it one way, kind of going backwards is not as easy.
Yeah. Well, look, I was really excited.
Does anybody else hear a whistling sound?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, me too.
What? Okay, good. At least I'm having a stroke. Yeah, that's weird. Sorry.
No. Anyway, the other thing that I really enjoyed about the Super Friends animated series was the fact that a lot of the big names who were running DC Comics at that time were part of the creative consultants for the show. Carmine Infantino and Julius Schwartz, to name, really, they were DC Comics. Okay? Carmine and Julius were DC Comics. And to have them as your main consultants for the show, that was fantastic. That's pretty much like having Jack Kirby and Stan Lee as a consultant for whatever animated thing you were trying to do based on those characters. And so that was a really cool idea to get them. And one of the people who they brought in to help them design everything was the great Alex Toth. Okay? I think that's his basic original design that they used for designing the logo and main title sequence for the series. Now, some of you may ask, well, who's Alex Toth? It's good that you asked that. Alex Toth was, in my opinion, one of the brilliant character designers in animation. Okay? Alex Toth had worked originally on Johnny Quest. He helped to design the basic character designs of all the Johnny Quest characters except one. There was only one character he did not create because originally that character was not a part of the show. Can you guess which character?
Haji?
Nope.
His dad.
Nope.
That would leave Ray Bannon.
Say what?
Ray Bannon?
Nope.
Johnny Quest himself.
Can we do like a mute check? I can't help but fixate on that whistling sound. We need to
Well,
figure
I
out
was
where it's
muted,
coming
so
from.
it's not me.
And I muted
I was
myself
muted
during it,
too.
and I could still hear it.
Okay, it's him.
Yeah.
Dude, what, you got a fan on or something? Come on. Wait. Hey,
the cold Canadian
whoever's
winds
got
blowing through
I
the
had my
studio.
heater on. I'm freezing my ass. This is my tokens.
so
I can't
if
help
I-
it. I'm freezing in the cold weather here in the Arctic.
If I may, this was from like several years ago. I'm sharing it with whoever's got backstage control. I did a bastardization, although an extremely loose one, of the Superfriends for this charity I worked for when we did an event where people, and it's kind of creepy, but whatever. People did an auction so they could have a date with the people at the bottom there. But the condition was they were in their cosplay during the date. And the effed up thing was every single one of those people had either a wife, husband, or boyfriend, girlfriend. Like none of them were single. So it was just all of a sod. But anyway.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Super swingers.
Yeah. Okay. I'd just like to.
Meanwhile, everybody goes on Twinder for super swingers.
Meanwhile,
well, look, to answer
in the Hall of Justice.
Things are not as they seem in the Hall of Justice.
To answer the question, the character that Alex Toth did not design because they were not originally a part of the show was Bandit.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Bandit.
Bandit?
The dog.
Super Dog?
No, Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Alex Toth designed everything on that show except Bandit. And that was the thing that caused him to eventually leave the show because he hated that dog.
That's kind of that's right. That's a messed up thing to say.
No. You gotta understand where he was coming from. His original idea and how he sold Johnny Quest was as an adventure series. Hanna-Barbera liked it, but they thought, hey, we need to have some comedy relief. Alex Toth said, you don't need comedy relief. you have the adventure, you have the kids, you have the adults, you have the bad guys, you have the whole 9 yards. And so Hanna-Barbera went ahead and put Bandit in there anyway, which ticked off Alex Toth, and he never really forgave them for it. So, but Alex went on to continue to work with Hanna-Barbera, and he was the character designer for Hanna-Barbera's version of the Superfriends.
Dude, I love my doctor. I'm sorry. I feel like we're talking about super friends. I feel like fighting crime. I haven't felt this good in years. No, every single day. You can ask Cece. Every single day I wake up, like I wake up from being in pain, and this is, oh my God, this is the first day in as long as I can remember. I have no pain. It's great. I want to
And now we see the origins of the Dark Knight fighting crime.
Yeah.
As he refuses to be a pill popper anymore.
I just hope it lasts, man. Yeah, because this feels awesome.
Well,
You're
just to
big
round
loose
a
and full
lot,
of juice.
just to round a lot of this stuff off. Alex Toth was also the person who helped to design and put together Space Ghost, the Herculoids, Birdman.
Space goes coast to coast, or just Space Ghost?
Now, no. That's more of a comedic version of the character.
No, I know. I was just,
Yeah.
That was a Cartoon Network thing.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to be funny. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but the real Space Ghost is a hero, a man of few words and a lot of action, and definitely the character that I liked, along with the Herculoids. So
Herculoids.
But
don't forget the Space Stars.
Oh yeah.
The teens on the flying bikes.
So hey, I just got a notification.
Never caught that.
Yep.
I might have to dip out, but
Okay.
before I do, if I do, not to derail the show, are you guys watching Picard season 3 at all?
I am. I just haven't watched the new one yet.
I just haven't seen episode 2 yet, and I think we're going to be talking about Picard tomorrow.
Oh God, okay. Have me back tomorrow because I've watched it twice, and I have a show tonight at 5 my time on Salty Trekker. If you guys want to check it out.
Yeah.
And but I just got an invite from the Popcast, and I think I want to pop into that. So.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, because those guys had Robert Meyer Burnett.
Dude,
and,
Terry Metalis. No, today, this is what he just sent me. So today's Terry Metalis. So,
what?
supposedly they're about to have Terry Metalis on their show. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So.
That guy's a freaking rock star now. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, but that guy's also the biggest dick in Hollywood.
Really?
Really?
Oh, trust me on this. Yes.
I don't know. Like Brian and
very
Shane.
much detail. But let's just say he did somebody that I know really dirty.
Oh, geez.
Really, really dirty.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody on planet Earth has done at least one person, somebody they know, dirty. Because, you know.
Oh, yeah, but he did something really dirty. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
hey, man, look,
we'll
I once fucked my best friend's wife. So, I mean, I
how
can't
about
judge.
not sharing that?
Yeah, we're in that personal information category again there, Danny.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well.
Oh, wow.
And now you know
Hey, first of all,
rest
it wasn't.
of the
No,
story.
it wasn't my fault though. So I don't want to hear it. I'm a man. I can only run so fast. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well,
how you gonna tell a man? You know,
there's a distinct chance my parents are watching right now.
that's a discussion for
shit.
another time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Meanwhile, the Dork Knights made this show extremely awkward.
This is why Gary doesn't let me on, and Keith is probably not going to in the future anymore.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Danny, you are a good dude. You know, I like you, Danny, and again, I think your mom's just cooler than cool. But
I like you too, buddy. Thank you.
I gotta try to make this something my parents can listen to. So.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I guess my mom is different from your mom because it's her, me
brothers.
No, well, hold up. No, the way I am and talk, and it's her fault. And I'm not and God bless her because I love who I am, but it's her fault.
You know what?
You're a grown man. Take responsibility for your own actions. Don't blame your mom.
We're sailing far away from the topic.
I am not blaming my mother. I love my mother. I thank my mother for who I am. I am. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
kidding,
Sorry,
man. I'm
Keith.
kidding.
Yeah. I know.
Anyway, to get back to the Super Friends.
Yes.
Meanwhile, back to the Super Friends.
Did anybody have the Mego Super Friend toys?
Oh, jeez, I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Like, what is that? Can you share a link or something? Did you say Mego?
Yeah, Mego Super Friends.
I have.
No. Again, I was born 79, so that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, but it went on to the mid 80s.
I had the Batman one.
Yeah, I look. What they did in conjunction with this show just became the biggest thing that DC could ever, find themselves a part of in the 1970s. You got to remember what it was like in the DC comic offices. You're coming off of having Batman be the biggest thing in the 60s. You're headed into the early 1970s, and you got Wonder Woman as a hit show now.
And then, you get to 78 in the Superman movie with Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, I shared some of them. I've got to share, Martine.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was
Where?
distracted. Now, yeah.
Oh. Well, just give us the link. But
ooh yay. That's nice.
I had the Batman one.
Yeah, I none of those. Again, losing more nerd cred, which is fine.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, they also did.
You're learning.
They
also did.
They kind of look like dolls. They kind of look like Cabbage Patch Kid dolls. Like there's no frame of reference. How
dare you?
No, they were.
Sorry,
they were. They weren't very big. They were about that tall, if I remember right.
No.
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 I think they were taller, weren't they?
Yeah, they were
They were
bigger.
tall.
They were taller than that. See,
Like
what you're
Barbie
thinking
tall, I
of are the little the figures. Kind of.
No, I'm not thinking about 3.5. I'm thinking these. Yeah, I guess they were about 8 inches tall.
Yeah.
8 inches. The majority of my figures of Mego.
Isn't a goddamn word for it. This is bullshit.
Heard that.
Okay.
Whoa! You guys actually heard it this time?
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
Yes.
Which one did you hear? So I know.
Bullshit.
Isn't
Hold up. You frustrated? Hold up. Do you hear that?
No.
No.
Okay, hold up. Oh, so I have to push this.
Frustrated isn't a goddamn word for it.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yep.
Okay, John, if you don't mind, later, I need you to help me because this is that voice mod thing, and it's like I
You
don't know
don't
how to
have
use
something hooked up right. So.
it. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Sorry.
Weren't you going to go on another show?
Oh yeah. Well, I got 7 minutes. I figured I'd hang out for a few more.
Okay,
You
well,
know,
thanks
shit.
for hanging out. Look.
Be a dick. Or, I mean, if you want me to leave, I'll leave.
No,
Just,
I'm
you
just
know.
saying. You said you had to go, and then you're still here, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want you to miss this other show with the, because you were so excited about it.
This is that kind of topic. Everybody, look, it is safe to say there is not one person currently either watching us or on the show with me right now that at least hasn't enjoyed at least one episode of Super Friends. Everybody has an episode or a character that they really liked. As far as the Mego figures, just to reach back into that one, I had a Superman. Because Superman was Superman. I wanted a Batman.
So they look like they look like they were made out of like Was it like a Cabbage Patch Kid, like cloth? It wasn't plastic.
They were plastic, but they had real clothes on.
Plastic.
Yeah, they had cloth clothes on. And
Oh, okay. All right, because the pictures
think of
you
a
showed,
Barbie
they looked-
figure.
Do you remember when Christopher Reeve's Superman movie went out? There was I think I had
there was a 12
Superman.
no there was a 12-inch action figure of Superman, and he was like a plastic with clothes like a,
and
like
it was Christopher Reeve's face, right?
Yeah.
I had that one, man.
Yeah,
I
me
loved
too.
that
No,
one.
me too. Thanks, Mom. Love you if you're still in the chat.
Yeah, well, Mega
Gave
also
me a great
put out
childhood. You're
they
so
also
awesome.
put out the Marvel superhero characters. So you had
Yes,
Captain
they did.
America,
Those were my the ones that I
Iron
collected.
Man thing, or not thing, Hulk.
Well, Mego actually had also
Thor.
the rights for Star Trek. They did the Star Trek.
Yep, they did Mego Star Trek because I
Yeah,
had
I
Mego
had
Star
the-
Trek characters.
I had the Kirk
I had
one.
the transporter.
Yeah.
Where you put the figure in and spin it.
See, John, you just went to the top of my cool list. I mean, because
I know somebody that has that for sale, I think, still.
Oh,
I wish I still had all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too,
Oh.
man.
Or was it the bridge?
Of Star Trek, I had the Kirk and the Gorn.
Oh, jeez.
If I can find that,
all
Steve, do you
I
want
had
it?
all the crew, but I didn't have any of the enemies.
Yeah, I have to take a little bit of a break from purchasing anything. I had to promise my wife that I would.
I saw that
bring
comment,
anything more
but
into the house. I know.
this isn't Amigo, right? But it looks kind of like one, you know.
Ooh, you know what?
That's a nice one.
That's
Yeah.
I have the Captain Pike one.
And this one is they only made 6,000.
Yeah.
But this one is 5,056, which is not impressive, but still, you know.
Oh,
I got
it's still impressive, dude. It's still
Yeah.
impressive. Look, first of all, it's Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
Which means all the new Trek people are probably pissed at you right now.
I don't even care.
Yeah, I don't care either.
How dare he buy the stud muffin of the galaxy? Damn him.
Dude, no, man, like that, like I know it's probably terrible. Somebody else said this. I can't remember who. It was some famous actor I saw in an interview, but you know, Captain Kirk was like my, you know, I was a latchkey kid. Love you, Mom, but like it's true. And Captain Kirk was like my TV dad, and I got all my best and worst traits from him. If you know what I mean, because dude, no, he'd bang a green bitch and not think twice about it. You know, I like that's why I don't see race. Are you kidding me? Like I'm still waiting to bang a green bitch. It's not fair. Like
I don't even see species
Crazy.
as I hop around the galaxy, just dead hopping.
Once again, Super Friends, please.
This is why the Dark Knight just ended up banging somebody else's wife.
Oh,
don't
hey,
know where he could have possibly.
Hey, look, guys, I only have 2 more minutes with you, so you don't have to put up with this for long. So. And yes, King Sport Cal Kirk was a pimp.
That's right. He was the
He was a
biggest
gangster.
face pimp
I
ever
have
to
to
run the
admit, he was
galaxy.
straight up player, but
That's right.
Playa, that's a
Teaching-
better word. Yeah, Kirk was a
Teaching
playa.
alien women how to love in the deepest human sense of the word.
Whoa. Where did you find a green chick, King Sport Cal? Hey, DM me, bro. Come on. Like, you know, you got to send me that.
oh man, we're going there. Look, we can save this for a very
Anyway.
special episode that we'll do about Star Trek the Animated Series.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, because didn't he bang like a cat lady in that one?
Yep.
Cation, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lieutenant Mriss, who is canon to Star Trek. Again, the animated series is canon.
Wolverine, that's funny. Yeah, I'll ask her, you know, see what she says.
Somebody's getting Chonkla in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Maybe.
Oh man. Anyway.
Hey, man, Cece's done some crazier shit for me, and she's my fiance, not my girlfriend, but, you know, whatever. I don't want to parse.
Well, look, you tell her
Meanwhile-
we said hello. So
Segueing back to Super
Segue
Friends.
back to
Super
Super
Friends.
let me just say this. I actually did anybody here go out and get the one of the Super Friends comics that DC put out. One of the big ones, the large format cover, one of those giant comic book issues they had.
I remember the big
kind of had
ones,
like like the bigger than a magazine. Kind of had like a cardboard outing.
It was like the big color, the giant size coloring book size.
Yeah.
It had the same kind of cardboard covers, but it was a comic inside. Yeah.
My aunt Linda gave that to me for Christmas one year, or one of them. But I remember because it was big, and it had it was thicker than a coloring book though, John. It was it was almost cardboard, like the cover. It was super thick. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't a flimsy cover. That's what I was saying.
I like that book. I think I at first, coming into this episode, I was going to dig mine out, and it turns out I don't actually have one. I got rid of it years ago. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so bad.
Hey, at least you got rid of it. My collection was stolen. One of these days, I'll show you guys the. I'll show you guys the CNN. Yeah, but were you on CNN?
No.
Sorry.
I was told it was by the local police that it was a civil matter.
Well, I live in Vegas, and they said that it's not a violent crime. We got bigger fish to fry, basically. Because Vegas has a lot of death and murder, and
I had
kidnappings and sex trafficking and shit like that. Because I live in Vegas.
Let me share this.
F you, King Sport Cal. Dude, I had over $170,000 worth of comic books stolen from me. I don't think I'm crying a river. I think I'm being pretty.
Oh wow, nice.
This is it, and this is the cover actually done by Alex Toth himself.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, that cover was as thick as a dick, man. That's what I remember about it. It was just really. No, I don't know why, but that's what stood out to me.
Do you remember the part in which we are trying to clean up the language?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I gotta go. I'm 2 minutes late. I love you guys, and you're probably better for it. But I'll see you later. Keith, don't ban me like Gary has. I love you, man. I'm sorry. I'll do better.
I will see you next time, man.
All right, bye.
Oh wow.
That was a wild ride.
Here I am. I'm really
I'd like to apologize to KGRA and listeners for what you heard previously.
Meanwhile, Keith is trying not to have a heart attack.
Well, I just wanted to show this, but also this.
Oh, nice.
Right?
I like that.
Oh, Alex Toth was the man. Oh,
look at Shazam, nice and thick.
Well, out of everybody in that picture, he's the only one that is magic based. So, I mean,
exactly.
If you're gonna create something, let's see. Oops, sorry. Needed to. There we go. And this.
Classic.
Yep.
It's just amazing.
I didn't know about this.
I mean, this is like, not to use the whole cliche, but, this is a lost art in animation today.
Yeah. Alex Toth was, look, here's the thing. He wasn't just a guy that designed for animation. He got his big break working in comics for DC.
Yeah.
So he knew these characters, And again, something that you don't see a lot of, but I mean, Green Arrow and Black Canary with the rest of the Justice League. And just, oh man, I mean, I miss this. I miss this era. I really do. And then the painted cover version. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Alex Toth was amazing. and he has an entire book of artwork. And I know that in this particular book, they have some of these additional designs that he had done for the show in the back of the book.
Oh, really?
Yes. So,
Yeah.
stuff like this.
See, now this is the stuff I love, right? The character creation sheets.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, his stuff for Johnny Quest was amazing.
Yeah.
See, and again, I look, I was like everyone else. I as far as I was concerned, Bandit was always a part of the team, but it was nice being able to look at the original ideas and concepts for what Johnny Quest was meant to be, at least in the mind of Alex Toth, and what he was trying to accomplish with that. Just amazing stuff.
See, and these sheets like this, you know, I really, really enjoy looking at this stuff because it gives you a little bit of a glimpse into the mind of the creator, you know, how he's trying to design all this, how it's going to look like on either paper or on celluloid, right? And you know, just to give that little glimpse into the mind of, you know, all these creations, all the work that goes into it. I love it.
Let me
Hey,
you
Keith?
know what? I am a really bad host because here I am. I'm showing pictures and I'm not describing for those who are just listening by way of audio. But Alex Toth is someone, you know, as an artist who basically designed the basic look for the characters of Superfriends. And what we're looking at is some of his artwork that he had done for DC Comics' big issue that they put out of Superfriends, where his artwork was modified for animation for the series. And so for the comic, they allowed his artwork to actually stand because, you know, you didn't have to worry about someone trying to copy it. That's the thing about animation. Whatever you come up with has to be basic enough for other people to come through and recreate it and be able to make it so that, because it isn't just one person trying to make something move.
Yeah.
You know, you have to use a team of animators to do that. And so it's hard for any particular style, depending on what it is, to become dominant when actually doing that. So we're looking at... go ahead, John.
I'll say, if you'd like to replace that once your moratorium on buying stuff, I found you a very fine copy for $70.
Let me consider it. Let me consider it. I really have to ask my wife very nicely. Because we all know how that goes, gents.
Foul temptress. Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I don't know how that goes.
Well, of course. This is Alex Toth's artwork, and this is more of a Justice Society artwork. This is original Flash, Dr. Midnight, the original Atom, Superman, original Green Lantern, original Black Canary, original Wildcat, of course, original Batman and Robin. These are all the members of the Justice Society in one picture. And wow. Just the dude, look, Alex Toth, Toth. You can find a book on him and his artwork and life. Get it. It is worth your time if you enjoy what you're looking at right now. Let's see. Here we go. This is more stuff by Alex Toth, including his designs not only for Baby Cal, but also for Ma and Pa Kent, and of course Superman's Cal's parents, Jor-El and Lara. Wow, just amazing stuff. Okay, I can stop sharing it now. If you wanted to see any more, just go ahead and Google Super Friends Alex Toth, and that'll come up, and just enjoy that stuff. Tell them Keith sent you. Oh, wait. Now we have some, here we go. Kingsport Cow. There we go. I can condone both the new style and older style of comics. I love watching them progress. The art reflects the era. Yes, it does.
Yep.
True.
Let's see, Real Wade Nation. Let's see. I should say Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Probably, hey, Keith, I hope you're doing well. I'd like to think that I'm doing well. Let's see. Nobody made Spidey like that dude. Oh, talking about Todd McFarlane. You're right. Nobody made Spidey like Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
You know,
that cover of Spider-Man #1, the rebooted Spider-Man #1 in the 90s, is iconic.
Oh yeah. I had every cover of #1. The bagged editions. I had the platinum. I had the gold, the silver, all of them. And then they got stolen by a roommate.
What?
Oh yeah. Yep. And then on top of that, my brother stole my entire run of Akira. So, oh yeah.
Dude.
Oh, I know. I was not a happy camper.
Cavatino Cavalrymanche. That is how he exited through the back door. You know what? Okay, look, Gary's not here, but I think I can see my way past, because, you know, I do enjoy having everybody here, and so if I can just, let's see, how about...
Like, wouldn't you know that back door would trigger a trap door? Yeah, and look where we landed.
Oh, okay.
Scooby-Doo, who had the 2 backdoor pilots for the Super Friends.
Yeah.
Really? I'll wait a moment before playing that one.
Oh, you don't have to play another one because it's a legitimate use of the word backdoor.
Meanwhile, we're debating the word backdoor in the actual sense of the word.
Ted Knight. You know, the thing about Ted Knight is I really did always love his voice. Although I was too young to really get a lot of subtext of watching him on the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say this, in 1973, Ted Knight was a busy guy, because Superfriends wasn't the only thing he was doing. He had another show, another animated series for Saturday morning premiere that same Saturday morning. And that was Lassie's Rescue Rangers.
Oh.
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
In the 70s, there were cartoons about everything.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, let's see, the other show that premiered that same year was Mission Magic, which was the animated series that had Rick Springfield's debut, kind of, sort of. Of course, the Brady Kids. I think 73 was also season 2 of both the Jackson 5 and the Osmonds animated series.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I am just, yeah.
Wow.
Wasn't there a live action caveman series in there too?
1973?
Yeah.
Or
was that later?
I think that was later. I think it was closer to 75, 76.
Okay.
I know that they had Bigfoot and Wild Boy on ABC.
Yeah.
And then
this I can't remember the name of it. It begins with a K though. Something 1 million BC or 100 million BC or whatever it was.
I'd have to look that up. I know that one of those Saturday morning live action shows had Jan Michael Vincent on it. Pre-Airwolf, Jan Michael Vincent. So.
Oh wow.
Oh, there's a lot of different people that got their big break doing a lot of Saturday morning type stuff. So, but 70.
Oh, I think you're talking about Korg 70,000.
Korg,
BC.
yeah, Korg 70,000 BC.
Yeah, now I remember.
74.
Yeah.
That was a year off.
Yeah, 74 to 75, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then you had Arc 2, and you had.
I loved Arc 2.
Oh, Arc 2 was awesome. Then a few years later, you had Jason of Star Command.
Yep.
Yeah.
And which
Yeah,
had
Korg,
James.
Korg was narrated by Burgess Meredith.
Oh yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, pre-Rocky Burgess Meredith.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh.
Memories.
There's 3 lost episodes to it too.
Really?
Oh.
Because if you buy the complete series DVD, it's only got 16 of the 19.
Well, I know
Wow.
that.
Damn, I hate it when they do that. Jeez.
I know that I know that they're coming up on the. It's gonna be the 50th anniversary of Shazam, Saturday morning series.
And we're not talking Gomer Pyle.
Nope. Golly,
Shazam!
And,
Golly, Sarge.
I know we're coming up on the 45th anniversary of the A-Team. And yeah, I know.
Well,
it's
next year is the 50th anniversary of Land of the Lost.
Good one. Oh, that's it. The 45th anniversary of Manimal.
Oh.
Is that something you really want to celebrate?
Come on, man. It's Manimal. Come on. You'll never, ever see a show like that on TV again.
Thank God.
Unless Alex Kurtzman's got ideas. So.
Oh, God.
Alex Kurtzman's Manimal.
Oh, jeez.
It's so dark I can't see the show. That's a good thing.
Yes, that is a good thing. Look, I know some of you out there was like, oh, what did Alex Kurtzman ever do to you? I can start listing a few things.
Well, he breathes air. He takes up space. That's only the beginning.
He's stealing money. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's not really doing any real work when it comes to anything that he's supposedly working on. So
He's working on raping Star Trek. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have used that word, but
yeah,
he's just
said Marty Krofft really did do a lot of had a lot of my childhood.
Yes. I mean, beginning, gosh, at least 1967 on.
68 was Banana Splits.
Ooh.
Which I don't remember. HR Puffin stuff, though, I do remember.
Yes, but they had
and Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
They had another one, but they also had more. They had a lot of live action stuff. Here's the thing.
Yeah, Far Out Space Nuts, The Lost Saucer, Bigfoot and Wild Boy.
No, I mean even before that, they had a couple of shows. They were called not the Doodles, but the what was the name of that show? See, I'm trying to do some of this from memory, and that creaking noise. Gonna have to work on that one.
Creaking noise.
That creaking noise.
That's age.
Yeah.
They did a lot with the Osmonds.
Yeah, well, talented bunch of kids.
Captain Cool, the Kongs. I forgot about those.
Mm-hmm. They actually had a Saturday morning cartoon called Monster Squad. Not a cartoon, but a live action Saturday morning show called Monster Squad.
I think I vaguely remember that.
And the lead human, because it's about the every time crime or something bad happens at night, the wax figures of the monsters would come to life.
Are you thinking of the Bugaboos?
No, the Bugaboos. That's it. Yeah, the Boogaloos. Boogaloos. That's 1967 at least.
1970.
1970? Dang. But Monster Squad was a show. Now, the thing is, the thing that makes that show memorable in my mind is who the human was that led them. Straight from the Love Boat himself, Ted Grandy. Ted Grandy.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh. Really?
Pre-Love Boat. Yep.
Wow. Love it.
The history of Saturday morning and kids television is just smattered with a lot of really cool pieces of trivia and again, cartoons were hard and harder to do because they took so long. And so a majority in the beginning of television, everything was basically just live action. It was easier to do.
Yeah.
You know, so whether it be Flash Gordon or even something like, well, this wasn't Saturday morning, but I mean, you had stuff like Captain Kangaroo, you had, of course, Howdy Doody, you had, you had, oh man, CP Sales.
Yep.
You had, I mean, just all kinds of stuff. And it is like the history of children's television. A lot of that stuff was just, when you read about some of the things like, you know, early TV, because of the way the cameras were, everybody had to wear makeup in order to really show up. And you had to use these really, really, really hot and intensive lights just to be able to show up on the show. And some of the shows, you would end up filming multiple episodes just within a day.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
One host who was in the middle of filming multiple episodes had a heart attack. And they had to, they almost canceled the show because they thought he had traumatized kids from having a heart attack.
Huh.
And another one was that the guy fainted from exhaustion while he was filming in front of the kids, so they canceled the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a bummer.
Back when they used to do those shows in front of kids, live action, live audience.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking really hot, intense lighting.
Yeah.
You know, and
true.
This guy was, you know, head to toe wearing this stuff, trying to keep the kids entertained, trying to read the lines off the cue cards. And I think he was like on his second or third show of the day, and he just went down. And so this is back when sponsors ruled, and the sponsors like, no, he's got to go. And so they fired him.
Wow, what a shame.
You know, so, and eventually it just got to the point where they just thought, you know what? Cartoons don't talk back. Cartoons don't ask for more money. So let's make cartoons. Cartoons don't say ow. Cartoons don't faint from exhaustion. Cartoons.
It's right. You don't get to argue with cartoons. You just do what I say to do, puppet. Dance for me. Yes, you dance for me.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Wow. Look, for all those out there, let me just try to wrap this up by saying this. For those of you interested, yes, you can find episodes of Superfriends on HBO Max. You can also try buying the Blu-ray, DVD, complete series of Superfriends. And may I recommend really all animated DC stuff prior to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we probably got enough time to say bye to everybody since we forgot to say hi to them.
That's right. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So, first and foremost, let me start out with D. Bud Martin. Penny, the wonderful Penny. Anima Confusa, because, she's cool like that. Dragon Ruse, Christian Delamore, Davinia Duckworth, 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser, Peter Venkman fan site, Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips, Marcos A, Black Az, Wolverine 626, Monkey Jeebus, Tiki of Doom, Shanatsky, Slasher Fred, Alex Moore, Keely Chow, Kingsport Cal, Cavatino Cavalryman Shay, Loki's Morning of Loki was here.
Yeah, Loki was here.
Oh, I would have gotten you on the show, Loki. Oh man, let's see. Willie the Monkey King's music, and that's it.
No, you missed Mighty Orbots.
Oh, Mighty Orbot.
Mighty Orbots.
Wow. And you know what? We have. I think we've got a link to.
I'm working on that.
Oh, okay. I think we have a link to the Comic Relief Crusaders channel on YouTube.
Why, thank you.
Yes, comic. Is there anything special you've got coming up?
Let's see. Well, yeah, I mean, you can follow me at the Comic Relief Crusader. Every Tuesday we have Titillating Tuesdays, where we talk about anything that just pops into my scabby little brain. No, I mean, this past Saturday, I just did my 25th live stream. Invited a bunch of guys on there. It was pretty fun. It was probably the longest show I did at like almost 4 hours, just 15 minutes shy of 4 hours. So, damn.
Congratulations.
It was good. Thank you. You can, yeah. So, check out my channel. I mean, talking about various stuff on movies and TVs and everything else that goes on in pop culture. You can find me on Twitter at Mike_Lorber. That's LORBER. And for all your graphic design nerdy needs, please visit my website at freelancegraphics.com. That's freelance graphics with a K at the end, not a C. Don't get it mixed up.
And with that note, we've probably got to skedaddle.
Yep.
Bill, take us out.